Imagine waking up every morning, struggling to get out of bed. You stumble over to the mirror, and the only thing that you can see is the room spinning, and the words ugly, fat, and worthless are the only things that are echoing in your head. An eating disorder can be defined as an excessive or insufficient food intake that can cause mental and physical harm to your body. Nowadays, the condition is prevalent in the teenage years as they have greater pressure nowadays to fit into ideal society, to be skinny, to be this size, to weigh this much, or you're considered fat. 90% of people who have this eating disorder are between the ages of 12 and 25. Today we'll be discussing 3 key types of eating disorders: binge eating disorder, anorexia, and bulimia. The most common that we know, this is when a person has a fear of being fat and gaining weight, and they usually always see themselves as fat when they are usually very, very skinny. They avoid food for psychological reasons much deeper than just being fat. It's a self-image, it's the way they see themselves, they perceive their body, and it's always the wrong one, but that's what they believe. According to the National U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, anorexia has the highest fatality rate in all of the mental illnesses. And usually when people have anorexia, they also have depression, bipolar disorder, or substance abuse, and that always plays a key role in anorexia. And only 1/3 of individuals that have ever suffered from this usually completely 100% recover. It's very, 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 very scary. Moving on now. Bulimia. Bulimia is a loss of control where you cannot control how much you eat and you always have the urge to stay skinny. It's a very bad eating habit. And it's estimated that 4% of females in the United States have it. 4% of people have it in women and 5% in men. And men make up 15% of those who suffer. Bulimia doesn't just affect your weight. It affects every system in your body. It is a very, very, very serious disease, and it doesn't let your body function properly. Another eating disorder that we're going to talk about and discuss today is the binge eating disorder, or known as BED. And that means when they cannot control at all, and then they'll eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and then they'll throw it all up. And that is not safe. It gets rid of all the good stuff you're supposed to have and the bad stuff in your body. It gets rid of a lot. This disease actually affects 2.8 million people in the United States, which is a very large amount of people. And according to the National Camaraderie of an online survey, they surveyed 22,000 people. 344 came back and did have the disease, and only 11 people out of the 344 got help, which is crazy because it's a very serious disease. And 5.2% of the individuals that have had this disease will die. In conclusion, there are many types of eating disorders. Society portrays the perfect image onto little girls that you weigh a certain amount to be beautiful, and that's not the case at all. If you or someone you know is suffering with any type of disease, eating disorder, please get help as soon as you can. I know from personal experience, help is the best cure.